Hello there, greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's communication. We're still getting live on everything, or going live in other places. Alright, for tonight's subject, we're still part of Reptilian Awareness Month. I'm not sure how much reptilian knowledge you're going to bring in at this moment, but well, I felt I need to go into details. Now, this actually has this is a healing video, or a healing subject, even if it does seem kind of harsh, but it's just tough. Before we go into all that, we'll go into this is, I'm not sure where we're going to go into. Okay, it's ivantar.com. I fixed the scroll too. Look at that. Now it's working. So this is the scheduler here. I also have gift cards, and you have other Google Hangout, Zoom channeling by phone, and Skype. It's all recorded if you want it recorded, of course. I will go through this real quick. And also have the store here in usually 1 to 5 days or 1 to 10 days, depending on what's going on. I also have Spirit Social, submit a question, past off regression healing, message from Nicho, channel consulting, 5-minute healing. Look at that, works great. Healing from Miguel, or angelic Reiki from Miguel, Yosim and her services, and healing activation from Nick. Also have a Patreon is also get for updates, or what I'm doing, kind of like an update vlog I put on here every once for certain, depending on where you are, and I'll upload on YouTube eventually down the road. And also I have a social network, who is Easter. Yeah, that's interesting. Turn off Wi-Fi before you go. Oh, I just heard about that. Before you go to bed. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Oh yeah, there's this space debris, and also there's a never mind. All right. Well, you can always check here for interesting links and things of that sort. So thank you for posting there. Thank you for sharing the videos. And okay, tonight's subject matter is of insanity. Is it right to fire your spirit guides? I say yes. Only for healing purposes. I mean, of course, some guides feel like they're going to hold on for dear life, and that's fine. But I was going to talk about this a while back. But should you do a mass firing? It all depends. If you feel like you're not going anywhere in life, it's one way. But sometimes you're meant to go nowhere. But also, some of your guides might not be as positive as they might seem, and sometimes difficult to fire them also. But at least you can put out the intention to get rid of them. I don't care what the guides say. I could care less. They're troublemakers. Some of them are, not all of them. So doesn't mean that your guides are bad, but some of them might be. Most of the time, for most people, it'll be fine, but there'll be cases where they're not. Now, as for the third dimensional world, it doesn't, or your average 3D human does not believe in any of this. Well, that's a kindergarten way of looking at life, and that's fine. But for those that are aware of what your guides are, and another thing is to help, like when you do a mass firing of your guides, you can connect to spirit, connect to God, or spirit God, but either a source energy, or the angels, and you're going to always have guides around you, but some of them are not always for your best good. So if you're getting attacked a lot, or something's you're getting something, that's, another thing is do a firing of your guides. If your guides aren't helping you, why bother with them? I mean, you're doing this for yourself, not doing this for ego purpose, where some might be. But it is, I don't know if it's talked about that much in the spirit community, I don't really care, but it is a problem. These guides become very, you can say arrogant, even on the other side, it can, and not help you. I mean, it's just the way it is. I don't know what the story is. I don't know why they're so backward over there. But I guess when you connect to a world like this, you're going to have something like that, that's for sure. When you're connected to a world that's all just, Nightmare on Elm Street, basically, your guys are not always going to, they're going to get used to, they get connected to darkness too. So, doesn't mean that they're all dark, but some of them might be. So how do you do that? How you farm is not easy, but some of them are ready to go. It's just you gotta, do a meditation. You don't have to make it too complicated. Just tell them how to get lost, basically, and tell them that you mean it. And you might have to have an argument with them to get rid of them. Who knows? But I definitely recommend getting rid of them. I've been doing pretty good without them. Of course, I got attacked yesterday, but that wasn't because of my guides. Whatever that was a reptilian situation. I'm not sure what was going on. I think it's an astral type of thing. Great. I just froze. But let's see if we're still alive. Yeah, for the most part. So yeah, what's going on with the guide world is they get connected to our society, our world so much they get kind of adapted. So if you want change, not to say it's going to change dramatically, but firing your guides is what is right for you. But let me tell you, if you feel like you're getting attacked all the time by lower energy beings, firing your guides might be the best thing that ever happened to you, because your guide might be dark also. Just put that out there. So some on the spirit realm, in the spiritual communities, like, oh, they're so perfect, da 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 da. It's all not true. That's a misconception. That's what keeps darkness closer to you. If you have a guide that is not exactly for your, you'd be surprised. Now some it'd be fine. Their guides are wonderful, good for you. Not all of us are that lucky. You had a guide that was fired. Because I guess the spirit world finally woke up. This guy was not good, and the other ones got fired later on. So I'm not sure what's going on over there. I don't know if they know. Is it part of the experience? Probably. I don't know what's happening there. If they don't know, I wouldn't be surprised. That wouldn't be surprising at all. Yeah, what's going on the other side? If nobody's driving the ship, I wouldn't doubt it. I really wouldn't doubt it. As for like alien connections here, it does seem like we're going back into, well, not to say we ever really left biblical times. When you see what's in the Bible, like allegory and things of that sort, people back then weren't ready either for a transition into more of the galactic direction, basically, or alien visitations that were parting the waters or whatever they were doing back then. As we're going back to that, little by little, it does seem like that. As for like the full detail of it, I don't have any. They haven't told me anything, but we are going to more of a galactic awareness little by little. As for a alien connection at this time, as for a reptilian dialect here, let's see here. Like with the Zetas, let's see what do we get from the Zetas at this time. We're going to go to different subject matters. The Zetas that are under reptilian control. Yes, those are the ones that are more robotic. There's the ones that are a lot shorter, and they're just under. And the MIB is the same as that too. They're both under the same type of control energies. We're going to make this, let's see, probably make this one to a little bit of a short segment, and we'll try to do it a little bit longer, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. But as for firing your guides, I don't know if there's anything else. I mean, of course the guides are like, you might have to have like a spiritual argument, but I'm going to tell you, you're doing the best thing for you. I guess there'll be a lot of unemployed guys on their side. There should be. I mean, I don't know what they're doing over there half the time. They're just over here just making you obsessed into shopping and buying stuff you don't need. I mean, I don't know what they're doing over there. So they tell you, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like, oh, just fire them. If they say stuff like that, just fire them. It's like, if they say they don't know what you're talking about, they should just give them their walking papers. It's like, they're not going to help you. Anytime if they're a pain in the ass, just get rid of them. Just do it. Yeah, maybe you should do it out firing a week. I don't have many guys hanging around me anymore, so they're kind of, I don't know what the purpose is, but it's not going well over there, that's for sure. I'm not sure, the other side has to go through a cleanse also, not just here. So doing a mass exodus of guides would probably help our ascension process. Because, not to say they're all dark, but some of them are a pain in the ass, and then just, the same old, same old. So we go through ascension, other side goes through an ascension, you can say, and get someone to get their heads pulled out of their asses. So the spirit world is not that perfect. You be nice and gentle with them. I don't think you should be, because some of them are just arrogant. And some of the people that go into spirituals become arrogant because of that. Oh, you know everything, you're connected to Yeshua, you're God, or whatever it is, all that nonsense. It's just, some of that comes from the guides too. So just put that out there. Alright, I know some of you have difficulties connecting. It's not for everybody. Some of your guides are fine. Some of everything's going good. That's good. Some of the rest of us, I don't know what's going on. We're just out in the middle of the ocean with just using our hands to paddle. So I'm not sure what's happening there. So let's see, my guides are worried to I don't listen to them anyway. I'm doing more of my own show now, because they're just not cutting. I just do job interviews and just hire them and I fire them the next day. I'm always aware of that, but it's kind of a worthless. I don't know what's going on. It's pretty bad. So, anyways, all right, we'll do a connection with Prime Creator. This helps you. He's another one to help you fire do the job interviews. But it's all a part of another experience. It's not all bad. It's just another form of experience. It's just a pain in the ass. It's like I already got enough problems in their dimension. I got to deal with the spirit world that still needs, it's handheld apparently. Through, I don't like hearing that either. But I don't know. I mean, their report card's not looking too good. Let's put it that way. Let's look at it that way. So, get them all fired up. Well, at least it's another way of, like, if nothing's going for it, nothing's working, and you try to fire them and nothing works, probably is because you're there for a reason, obviously. But there are cases where they're just not helping, and it's time to just kick them out. And they're doing it for yourself. Who cares what they think? They're in Paradise Island. They're just, they look in the mirror all day. I don't know what they do all day. And so you're doing, what is the best for you? Your highest good. If the guides are not doing anything, it's good to get them walking papers. It's not that easy to fire them. Some people say you have to add a letter to your name or something. Don't do that. Who cares? Just get rid of them. So it's that simple. So, alright. Got enough of that. So, it's something to think about. It gets them chirping. I like to throw a fire under them every once in a while. So, alright, so I'll do a Prime Creator connection, and we'll see where we go. See if there's any reptilian knowledge for today. Might want to give that a break a little bit, and it's not going to be every single day. I mean, it'll be here bits and. But Reptilian Awareness Month is basically to make humanity know reptilians are here, and we're going to graze and all that. We're going to a little bit of a mixture of everything to keep it kind of interesting. That's about it. Is there anything else that came in today? Not a whole lot. So, all right, blessings, and here we go. Blessings to you. I'm the Prime Creator. Much love. As you go into higher vibrational ascension energies, you learn more about yourself. And some of you are warning you do not need the guides around you any longer. You can call it firing, you can call it disengagement, whatever you want to give it a name. But many of you are becoming more reliant on your own energies, your own intuitions. So with this, most of you will still have a guide energy around you, a council of guides. Basically, is a consciousness of guide energy where they're not just watching you, they're watching others. But as you are taking care of yourself, your higher self is also getting more involved in your evolution, your higher selves, I should say. But as you allow more of your energies to continue to go into the ascension process, remember, many of you are still getting used to yourselves also. You're also reconnecting to your power, allowing more of the ascension energies to increase. Basically, you're relearning your magic over time. It is not something that you're racing into, but as you relearn your magic, you're relearning the ascension energies of how to activate this earth and how to turn it around. It's not just for it to do it on its own. Yes, you're doing it with energy, but also realizing you are part of the phase of removal of 3D. Yes, it is going into it is fading out. Third dimension is not entirely, of course not. It is still here, very much here. But yes, it is going into a new phase. This new phase is you becoming more reliant on yourselves, growing more with the universe, connecting more with the universe. Many of you are reaching out to the universe, as you can see. As a third dimensional world, yes, it's almost like it almost feels like it is a... One moment. As you're carrying the world on your own, basically, in some regard, doesn't it? It's almost as if it's on its little training wheels and you're pulling it along. As you can see, it can be so much better, but you have no choice, but you still have to be part of its environment. And many of you see a better world, but then you are in this reality. And that is because you come from a higher energy of consciousness, either from the spirit realm, from astral, or from another earth world environment. And coming here, you brought all this knowledge with you as like your uniform, you can say. And in this uniform, you're always changing color, changing clothes, basically. It's like, this is what I'm going to be for when I'm a child, and so this is the knowledge you carry around at that time. Then you change it, and you're going into a new, and now you're going to more of a galactic way of life. Some of you were already like that as a child, of course, but even that changes over time. But as you change, your earth adapts with you. It's not just you are just adapting. It feels everything that you are going through. Wonder why your world is at the low vibration is because the thought patterns here are not exactly the highest. But also there are beings here that are not helping either, but still the human is giving in too much of those manipulations. Yes, many of the third dimension are not really ready to fully see themselves, but many of you going to more of the fourth dimension are allowing more of a change of a timeline. As for changing in your skies, change is everywhere dramatically. As for like opening up a wormhole, you can say, on your planet, allowing an alien ship to connect with you. I believe many of you understand where I'm going with that. Basically, a shift, a major one. And it's all being heard, it's all being worked on. But as for when and how, it is, of course, we have to still make sure that there isn't mass hysteria here. You'd be surprised. Trust me, from the spirit world, we see it in a different vibration. But also, we are assisting humans here to be ready for the mass transition. Even if they do reject it, they still can adapt with it instead of being wiped off the planet. As the earth goes into a high vibration, many in the third dimension cannot live in that energy that strongly. So we realize it does have to have a gradual shift. But as for events happening around your world, you are making it happen. That's all you can say. As for when and where, patience, but you are just live in this world as you wished for it to be. It will come. As for how and when is up to you. But do you want this transition to be a major transition, meaning you want to leave this world, or even during your time to have more of a galactic feeling on this world? There's nothing wrong with that. As some would say that's not real, or whatever it is, that's fine. But many of you, does not connect to your desires. That's what this world is for. This world isn't for just Uncle Joe and Uncle, Aunt Mary, and just go by their agendas. That's what's going on in your media. This world's for everybody. Of course, it doesn't always feel that way, but it is for all of you to make a difference. Even if it does not seem that way, but it is. But yes, these things do take time, though. Believe in yourselves, of course. Yes, remember, yes, I understand many of you hear this over and over and over, but you also have to give it time. And yes, the universe is speaking to your Earth. As this Earth changes, it does cause difficulties for other Earths if it changes in the wrong vibration, meaning the other worlds around yours are connected to this one. So you all have to align together, let's put it that way. So look at it in another perspective. As other worlds, other realities, it all has to go into clockwork. But they are hearing your messages. So believe in yourself, of course. And do what you can here. As for be the best, just be yourself. You don't have to be the best human in the universe. Be yourself. At least self-love is just acknowledging your flaws. If you have an anger problem, at least you're acknowledging it. Some just dust it off. But also, if you want to improve it, there's nothing wrong with that. But some just do hit a point of no return. And it's just, yes, the pressures of the earth, pressures of life, basically, is not going. But realize also, if it's not healed today, it will. If you put the intentions, it will be healed tomorrow or the next day. It will take time. As yes, many patients are tired, of course, for a good reason. But also the pressure is on, also, from areas you're not always seeing. Because as you ascend, many beings are going to put the pressure on. Little by little, but some are feeling it, of course. Blessings to you. Alright. Okay, we just leave it at that. Should have a longer message tomorrow. Let's see. I'm trying to take a slight breaks here and there. So, alright, much love, blessings, and have a great night.